is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
On today's episode, we're discussing Finding Mr. Christmas Season 2, Episode 4, A Very Merry Talent Show, which originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Monday, November 17th. You can stream it right now on Hallmark Plus. Come hang out with us on Instagram. We're loving seeing your first impressions of shows like Finding Mr. Christmas, as well as the movies that are dropping. You can find those in our Instagram feed at Girls Gone Hallmark.
Hey, we have a Facebook group if you are looking to join yet another group. But our Facebook group is real drama-free, full of Hallmark fans. We are Girls Gone Hallmark in Facebook groups.
Let's kick off our discussion of this episode with a synopsis.
The hunks slide through a messy, festive face-off before cleaning up for the Mr. Talent Show. With Hallmark superfans as guest judges, the guys are faced with tough questions. It all leads to an elimination with a shocking twist.
We kick off, as usual, with kitchen debrief time. We have Angel and Craig in the kitchen, and they are talking about last night's elimination. And Gabe comes in and goes, "You guys talking about me?"
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Look, I have no shame in saying that I'm a big fan of Gabe.
Same.
Granted, may not be the most experienced actor.
No, but as a human, we really like him.
So freaking likable.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he comes in and he's like, "You talking about me?" Like, he just has good aura. Like,
yes.
He knows he was in the bottom two.
He does not take himself too seriously.
Exactly.
Craig's making breakfast, and he and Gabe kind of banter about it. And Gabe's like, "I guess I'm not going to be eating that." Like, is the idea like Craig's not a good cook?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking maybe he hadn't made enough, but then they bring all the plates out to everybody else who's waiting. So I don't know. Did you catch the egg joke that Rustin makes?
Looks excellent.
Yeah, I was like, oh, dad jokes. Dad jokes. This is not Finding Mr. Dad joke. But I don't know.
I like a dad joke.
So do I. But I was like, try harder. Okay.
While they're still in the kitchen, they talk about the elimination. And it's kind of funny because Craig fully loses his train of thought.
As he's making eggs, he loses his train of thought about what?
They're talking about the elimination. And he's just like, he's trying to ask Gabe a question. And he just is like, it's interesting. And they didn't cut it. But then he gets it together and asks him how he feels after being in the bottom twice. Gabe says he feels grateful to still be here, but it takes a little bit to come back from the sting of rejection. And Craig, I really like, he goes, "Oh, you mean you're a human being?"
Yeah, I love that.
I really liked it.
Loved it.
We see a talking head from Gabe where he says he feels like he has something to prove. And it's at this moment in watching this episode that I feel very nervous for him.
The writing is on the wall in the editing, you think?
You know, last week we talked about foreshadowing and how it seemed kind of clear that they were maybe foreshadowing a win for Marcus. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I think we're watching the opposite effect.
Yeah, this is why I don't like watching these shows so closely.
Yeah.
It's like,
you can't just take it as it comes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They then do discuss together. Angel asks, "Has everybody here won a festive face-off?" And I'm like, there's only been 3. How could it be possible for all 7 people to have won?
The team challenge ones.
But Angel is the only person who has not won anything. And Robbie says, "But you've won our hearts."
He has won my heart. I enjoy Angel quite a bit.
Me too.
Quite a bit.
So Angel wants to rack up a win, and Robbie wants to go for a 3-peat because he has won the last 2 festive face-off challenges.
Go Robbie.
Go Robbie. And it's festive face-off challenge time.
I've watched a lot of Big Brother. This challenge is straight out of Big Brother.
100%. I thought the exact same thing.
I can't remember what it's called in Big OTEV? OTEV?
Oh, yes.
Is that what it climbing up this slimy hill.
Yes,
and
they have to find something and bring their answer back to Otev.
yeah.
It's kind of a combo because they also have that challenge on Big Brother where they have to fill something up. They have to like transport a liquid back and forth, and there's a lot of slipping and sliding in that as well. This was quite entertaining to watch.
Quite entertaining to watch. Also, a side note, do you remember Jonathan Bennett was a participant on Big Brother Celebrity?
I remember him saying that, but I don't remember watching that. I feel like I need to go back and watch. Was he on with the Olympian?
The swimmer who was practicing in the backyard?
Yeah.
He was on The Amazing Race too with James.
Oh.
I might have to go back and watch that. Jonathan Bennett was on Celebrity Big Brother in 2019 as a contestant on season 2 of the show. He was the first house guest to be evicted that season.
Oh, Jonathan.
Maybe that's why I don't remember. And I'm like, did I watch that? I honestly don't even remember if I watched it.
I don't either.
Kind of want to go back and watch it. That was the season with Ryan Lochte where he was swimming in the backyard.
They put a lap pool in for him.
Who won?
I think Tamar.
Oh.
Tamar Braxton.
Well, okay then. Back to the show. Obviously, they're filming this in like April or something in the springtime. There has been snow, right? There's no snow on this like obstacle course that they've built.
Right.
I'm guessing it's like dish soap and vegetable oil.
Kind of looks like shaving cream at one point.
Ugh. Can
It's
you imagine?
something soapy and slippery and white and...
I bet it just gets everywhere.
Well, first of all, the goal of the challenge, the guys have to grab candy canes, which are color-coded pool noodles, run up what's essentially a giant slip and slide, and place their pool noodle in a giant hot chocolate mug. And they need to repeat the process 3 times. When they come out, they're in like head to toe helmets, knee pads, elbow pads, wrist braces, and then some of them have turned their t-shirts into muscle tees. Looks like a DIY situation.
I'm into it. It's all right. Yeah, even at one point, like Melissa's like, you should take your shirts off. And I'm like, yeah, take your shirts off. Look at it. Guys, I like the show for what it is.
What's funny is when they say go, a lot of them try and like belly flop down the hill and they don't go very far.
I felt like at that point it wasn't slippery enough. And it was like, we've all been down a slide where it doesn't slide and you like burn your skin on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they get up and they run down the hill. Watching them try and get back up the hill, like Davy running in place, they're crawling, they slide. And then here comes Gabriel. And he just takes our running star and leaves everyone in the dust.
His body to me at times looked like those blown up, like the car dealership guys, because he was like so lanky and like speedy and like his limbs were like going everywhere, trying like not to slip and keep his balance.
He's like, you got to get momentum to get up the hill. It's the only way to do it. Angel's like, that's the way to do it. Angel's a soccer player. Gabriel's a former sprinter. They've got athleticism on their side. But it's so funny to me because Marcus is like, I don't do cardio. Marcus is like ripped, but he's like, I can't get up the hill. My muscles are of no use to me right now. And Davey too. Davey's just like paddling in the same place.
It's so funny. It must be so tragic to look so good and then you cannot do anything with it.
It's honestly pure gold, and I just see Robbie's dreams of a three-peat slipping through his fingers.
He's trying so hard. It's like the cartoon where it's like...
You're envisioning that sound in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gabriel is out of steam after that first run, though, and then Angel makes a second run. He gets like 90% of the way there, and then all the way back down. I mean, the editing was great. It's really fun.
It's super fun.
And then we get to the point where it's like, Gabe has 2, Angel has 1, Davey has 1, Angel has 2. And then the other guys are like, oh, Gabriel's method's the way to do it. So
yeah, Craig specifically is like, oh, crawling up this is not the way. Maybe I should try running it. Like, it took you that long as like Gabe is like sprinting by you.
Oh my goodness. I love it in the midst of all this. Melissa's like, does anybody need a hug? And Rustin's like, I do. And she's like, maybe after you're showered.
Yeah, his body was on the like slope a lot. Like he was covered in it.
So we go back and forth and the editing starts to make me panic because like only a few people have points, but it's neck and neck. And then we realize that both Angel and Gabriel have 2.
Yeah.
And Angel realizes that he dropped a candy cane on the hill and he only needs to reach back and get it. I think that's cheating.
Me too. I'm so glad he won on a technicality here.
I feel like if you drop it on the hill, you got to go back down and start again.
You got to start over. He should not have been able to like shimmy his way down halfway and grab that one and then get back up. He needed to be holding it the entire way back up the hill.
Yep. And you see as he's reaching back, because he doesn't want to go too far back to slide down the hill. So he's very slowly reaching back. And you see Gabriel come running up the hill behind him. And the last second they cut, and you can see Gabriel kind of slip right before the end. And it's just a split second. Angel makes his candy cane in the cup. Gabriel loses. And look, I don't want anybody, there's nobody that I want to go home at this point. So I'm not rooting for or against anybody. But I did think that was a win with an asterisk.
I might have yelled bullshit from the couch. I'm not rooting against anybody, but I think Gabe deserved the win here.
Yeah, and if you're talking about Big Brother, like if in these challenges, a lot of times it's like if you drop something, if you fall off, like you got to start over. Like you should have had to go all the way back down and come back up.
I agree.
Because it's the same thing, like it's the same reason you can't take 3 candy canes with you at one time.
Exactly.
A fun moment. The guys get their revenge. They tackle Jonathan on the slip and slide. Melissa runs away. And then they're alerted that they're all going to have to bring a talent to the Mr. Christmas pageant coming up.
I have a lot of thoughts here.
Okay.
Let's back it up. Angel wins an advantage for winning the festive face-off, but we don't know what it is yet. We don't learn until the very, very end. I had completely forgotten.
Literally, my notes are like, I forgot we didn't know what Angel's advantage is.
Forgotten all about it. But like you said, they have to prepare for a talent competition. And there's a couple things. To me, Davey looks deeply concerned. And we talked about it either in last week's episode or the week before when I don't know if you'll remember, but Davey was kind of in his head about like what he brings to the table.
Yes, I do.
And we got a whiff of it again in this episode. Yes. He compares himself to Rustin, who Rustin's clearly has musical talent. So Rustin's like, yeah, I'm bringing that. But Davey looks not fearful, but almost offended that he has to like bring something other than
interesting. Himself,
his what he can do. He says he's a personal trainer and a model, and so he's like racking his brain, like he does not know what to bring. And I just want to remind listeners that Ezra, who won last year, made cocktails in rollerblades.
Yes.
So I mean,
I remember I noticed the same thing you did, that we kind of revisit, because the last time Davey was concerned about how he stacks up against these guys, it was Rustin who gave him pause when he realized that Rustin has this additional talent. Marcus is also worried. He's like, I don't know if I have something that's going to hold up to the other guys and be worthy.
This is just what, to me, it feels like a no-brainer that they would have to bring a talent. If they saw, these guys went into the show knowing
what they were doing.
Season 1 existed. The season 1 guys had no clue, right? They didn't talk about like a real surprise. They did not know that they were going to have to do a talent show. These guys knew. So
you should assume.
Prepare yourself.
Right.
Come up with something. Now, don't ask me to do talent.
No.
I ain't got nothing. So
Same. There's also a little sidebar conversation before we get to the Star Quality Challenge between Rustin, Marcus, and Davey. And Rustin is talking about some close calls he's had in life, including a pretty terrible motorcycle accident. And he tees it up for a later moment. And he says that because of that experience, he has an appreciation for the opportunities that are afforded to him in life. And let's take a quick break and come right back and talk the Star Quality Challenge. There's a fun little addition in the guys' stockings. They get pageant sashes as they're headed to the Mr. Talent competition. Our guest judges are Gail and Alicia from the Christmas at Sea docuseries. There's besties. And the audience is also full of extras, including Sydney from Merry Movie Club, who's a friend of the show. She was on a Chicken Sisters episode of Girls Gone Hallmark.
They showed her a lot.
They showed her a lot.
Yeah.
And fun fact, her mom is the one who ends up on stage at one point. We'll talk about that.
Oh, I can't wait to hear more. Let me unpack this here a little bit. Gail and Alicia, if you did not watch, they were on the docuseries Christmas at Sea. They're good friends. If you recall, they're from Long Beach, California, which is not many miles from where we are here.
Right.
And I got to tell you, I'm not taking it well that we were not invited to judge this competition.
Next year, Girls Gone Hallmark judges the talent competition.
Oh, could you even imagine?
Dream come true.
I would, I would love it. I would love it. Please call us.
So not only do they have it's similar to last year where they have to share a talent and then they're also going to be fielding a question.
Yeah. What's different from last year is, remember they had to go off stage and then talk to the gal from E! News or whatever?
Night, yes.
Which was a difficult challenge as well.
Yes.
I think this one was equally as hard because then you're responding in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah. More pageant-like.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to respond off the cuff in front of a live audience.
So what do you think is a better challenge? Is it a better challenge to have to talk to press and have your answer dialed in like we saw in season 1? Or did you like this one better?
I think there's validity in both.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be able to speak off the cuff. I think this, to me, are they going to end up in a pageant? No. Are they going to end up in a media line where there's going to be a lot of people hearing, like a red carpet situation where they're going to have to answer a bunch of questions? Yeah, they need to be able to talk in front of an audience, regardless of whether that's an audience of extras watching a competition or a media audience or all the crew on set.
Yeah.
So I think there's validity in all of it. Craig's first.
Wicca, wicca, wicca.
Yes, he beatboxed off stage, and then we kind of hear it like it's like a warm up, right? And everyone's like, "What's happening?" And then he comes out on stage, and actually his beatboxing is pretty good.
I thought his beatboxing was really good. I thought his rap was not so great, but I thought his beatboxing was really good.
So I said his rap is giving Vanilla Ice, but it is fun and entertaining, and he does get the audience involved.
I wrote that his rap is giving popular guy at the 2009 talent show who absolutely sends the sophomores into a frenzy. Right? Like the hot guy in high school who gets up there and like
all that.
drops beats and you're like, what? And then everybody goes nuts.
Yeah. So I think here the question is like, for me, the question is less about their talent and more about, are they selling themselves? And I do think Craig sells himself. He's confident on stage. He's got a lot of energy. I like all of that.
Let's deep dive into Craig for a second here. Craig,
Mr. Bold Choices.
Mr. Bold Choices, 100%. So, and this was a bold choice, even though we saw a rap last week from him too.
You're right. I'm a little worried about Craig because he's a little bit giving class clown. And while I think he's talented and I think he's handsome and I think he has a lot of confidence and all of those things will serve him well, I think we're going to need to see him dial it in and really focus.
Kind of hone in on the craft.
Yes. Instead of trying to make a big splash all the time.
Yeah.
When asked what his unique traits that he can bring to the table, he says he's in touch with his emotions and he can bring that to his Hallmark roles. And so for me, this isn't lining up with what we've seen. We haven't seen the deeply emotional, sensitive guy. We've seen the I'm going to make you laugh, I'm going to bring the energy, life of the party guy.
Do you think that should have been his answer?
Well, no, because I think he knows that we need to see him as this guy, but he needs to show, not tell. Don't tell me that you can connect with your emotions.
Yeah.
We need to see that happen.
Got it.
Marcus is up next, and Marcus is doing magic.
Marcus's segment goes on way too long.
Yes, you're right. And I wonder how much editing was done. He does take a volunteer from the audience, which I think is a smart move. And Craig, we get the behind the scenes information that he was helping Marcus practice the night before and Marcus wasn't getting it.
Yeah. First of all, magic is interesting to me because I don't know how any of that works.
Sure. I was blown away when he got the right card. I was like, how is that even possible?
So was I, but I couldn't help. Do you remember the game show Card Sharks when we were young?
I do.
And they had those big
Giant cards?
That's this is like what he was using. I was
Yes.
like, where did they find those cards at?
Honestly, I was like, how could he possibly, like, he has no control. I didn't understand it. I need someone to explain it to me. Email us, girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com, because he had no control over what cards were being, like, sent off the table. But he gets it right, unless they edited it. I don't know. He's asked who he would call first if he won the lottery, and he says his mom, which everyone finds very touching. Robbie the Lobby is up next. Uh-oh, Wendy's cringing.
I'm not cringing. I think he hits the stage with some holiday jokes that hit. Mm-hmm. But I don't like waiting for the audience laughter. It makes me nervous.
Sure.
So bold choice for him to go up there and do stand-up comedy, because not everybody can do that.
Yeah, I think he's dynamic and he's charming and his delivery is engaging. It's not Netflix special worthy funny, in my opinion, but he's not dying on the vine. Their audience is at least reacting, and Jonathan and Melissa are having a good time with it as well. So I, too, was very nervous. Watching someone do stand-up who is not a stand-up comedian makes me very nervous for them, because that is my absolute probably worst nightmare on stage. But he really sells it in his interview question.
Well, wait a second. Before we get to that, what did you think about him roasting Jonathan? Good move, bad move?
I think it was done in a good-natured enough way. Like, he used to play the high school heartthrob and now he's playing the principal. I think it's funny. It wasn't mean-spirited.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that mean-spirited either, but again, a bold move.
Well, and later Jonathan said, like, it's the ultimate form of flattery if someone is thinking about you enough to roast you.
I don't share that sentiment.
You don't want to be roasted?
Nope.
You don't want to go to the Girls Gone Hallmark roast?
Nope.
So he is asked what life event he would redo if he could, and he tells a story about his mother having a heart attack, and she says, you know, you don't need to come home. I'm going to be fine, and he honors her wishes, and then a week later, she passes.
Terrible.
And everyone's in tears.
Me
Marcus
too.
is in tears. Melissa is in tears. John, like, everyone's crying.
I have a question, because back in episode 1, it was a little unclear if Robbie's mom was still alive, because he did say, we used to watch Hallmark movies together.
Right.
And I was like, when we had talked about it, I was like asking you off mic, like, is it clear or not clear his mom is still living? So now we know.
Yes.
Oh, Robbie.
And then he's smart. He says talking about those experiences can be healing for himself and then as well for others who hear them. And honestly, this is why I'm Team Robbie.
Yeah, me too.
Big fan. Big surprise here. Rustin's going to sing a song and he's like, it's about how I felt when I met my wife. And did we know that Rustin is married?
I think so. I just don't think he wears a wedding band. I just don't think he like really talks about it, because maybe he did study last year remember Parker only talked about his wife, and that doesn't land well. I don't think.
We learned they've been together for 9 years and there's a whole photo package of him and his wife.
Real cute.
I was just going to, my notes say she's as cute as she can be.
And they have this picture of them on this like cliff top or something, and they're all in their wedding stuff. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, look, Rustin has a bright, clear, beautiful voice, and everyone's really charmed by his singing.
I'm actually kind of bored by it, to be honest. I just don't
think there's any denying that he has talent.
None. No, I mean, yes, he does have talent. No denying it.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's asked to talk about a time he overcame adversity, and he talks about the accidents he's been in and how they gave him an opportunity to look back and say that he had overcome that moment. Spoiler alert, that doesn't really connect with the judges. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Me too. I think that's very thoughtful, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad it didn't land with the judges.
Now, Angel does what Angel does best, and he breaks my heart immediately by saying whenever he has a lot of eyes on himself, he hears judgment in the silence.
I know.
So he's going to dance the bachata to share his love of Latin music, and the volunteer is one Miss Merry Movie Club Sydney's mom.
Is that Andrea? Where Melissa was like, go ahead, Andrea. She was all pouting from the
That
wings.
may have been the Davy volunteer.
Was it?
I don't remember. I do know that Melissa has to be held back twice, and definitely in this moment, she's disappointed that she cannot volunteer.
Right.
Real cute. We see Jonathan and Melissa dancing off stage together. He's asked how he can make the world a better place. And he says he'll never let people bullying him or put him down change who he is and wants to be an example for others by being himself.
Angel is deeply lovable.
Truly. And then did you see what Rustin said?
No.
Rustin says, I believe Angel is my biggest competitor because he keeps delivering the heart.
No. He's not wrong.
Nope.
Gabe comes next. Guys, this is his choice of talent is on level of making cocktails and rollerblades.
Yeah.
He is balancing on a wobbly balance board while solving a Rubik's Cube, which they call it a puzzle cube.
Yes.
Look, I found it charming as hell because I love Gabe. And I don't know if the audience was super into it.
The audience is hyping him up, but he's not connecting with the audience. And I also found it charming, but I don't think he understood the assignment, so to speak.
Yeah. Look, I think it's real cool when somebody can do a Rubik's Cube like quickly because those are unsolvable for me. I just don't have that brain for it. So I thought it was cool, but he also talked about how the Rubik's Cube, like being able to solve it quickly, gave him some perspective that he can do anything.
Yeah, it taught him perseverance.
Yeah. And I mean, that's been his through line the entire series of confidence. Can he do this? This is completely new to him. So it all tracks for me.
Look, as we said in the beginning, the writing is on the wall. And when I see this, you know, it is kind of clear to me that in terms of the performances that he doesn't connect with the audience as well. The engagement is coming from the audience to him as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah.
But like he's got that smile and the crowd goes wild when he solves it. He's asked what he would tell his younger self and he says, you have nothing to worry about. You just need to believe in yourself. And look, again, I'm Team Gabriel. I really do enjoy him a lot.
Me too.
Ready for Davy?
Oh, Davy. Davy, red satin shorts, suspenders, and a routine like Magic Mike.
Did you notice Melissa take a little peek at his buns before he went on stage?
I did not.
She's standing kind of next to him, and you just see her glance down.
Hilarious. Yeah, there was something quite scintillating about his talent show performance, I thought.
He says, I'm not the kind of guy to show a lot of skin all the time, and come on, dude. Yes, you are. Come on. Davey knows what he looks like. This is his wife throwback to the modeling challenge when all the guys are pumping up before and he's like, I don't need to do that.
Right.
This is silly.
Yeah, this is why when
superfluous.
This is when his like dad bod jokes, why they don't land.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, I guess he like leaned into what he knows. He knows his body looks great and he's like, okay, let's do some like funny exercises with a participant. Like, that's smart.
It's hilarious. It's super fun to watch. He's super high energy. He does squats. He does a little bit of a breakdance push-up situation.
That's what I'm talking look like Magic Mike when he was like doing the push-ups and then like doing a full like 180s situation. Yeah.
I mean, way to take this is what you know and make it entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you said, I'm going to work out on stage, like nobody goes, oh, that's going to be entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And it was.
I agree.
Davy's asked, what's the best part about Christmas morning? And he says being together with his son and his... What are you going to say? What are you going to say?
Yeah, I thought you were asking me what I was going to say.
No. I mean, it's boring, but he's not really given that great of a question to answer. And what else is he going to say? He's a new dad. Of course he's going to say, spending it with my baby son.
Yeah. So Jonathan tells Angel what his advantage is. I completely forgot. I wonder if Angel had forgotten too.
Yeah, I had.
JB tells him that he has immunity or he can share his immunity with somebody who may be in trouble.
Yeah.
That's a lot to bear.
Yeah, I mean, Angel himself is like, thank you, but no thank you. And I don't blame him because what do you do in this situation? Like if you're Angel, I mean, we'll talk about what he does, and I think he makes a smart choice.
I think he makes a safe choice.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you're down to 7 guys. If you save the person who is most in danger of going home, there's no one here that anybody doesn't want to be here.
Right.
So if you save the To me, it's clear who should go home, unfortunately. And if you save the person who's most in danger of going home, then you're sending home someone who didn't necessarily deserve to.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they put Angel in an unfortunate position because if he had kept it for himself, that makes him look selfish, but has the potential to kind of mess up the game a little bit.
Totally.
So they deliberate, and it seems like they think Davy and Rustin brought it on the talent the most. But they didn't think Rustin delivered on his question. And my guess is the way they talk, I think there were more questions asked than we saw. I think they asked multiple questions and we only saw one from each guy. They thought Robbie nailed it top to bottom. They thought Craig struggled. They're like, let's talk about who struggled. And they get to Craig. And it's interesting because I didn't really think Craig's performance struggled.
I didn't think so either. I wasn't like super wowed by it, but I didn't think it was terrible.
No.
I didn't think it was bottom 2. Spoiler alert.
No. Melissa wants to see a more heartfelt Craig as opposed to big swing, make everybody laugh Craig.
I actually wonder, should Angel have been in the bottom 2?
Oh, interesting.
I don't
Say
know.
more.
I don't know. I'm thinking about their performances, right? Angel got up there and he went up there and danced.
Yeah.
How is that like really? Marcus did a card trick. I don't know. Maybe Marcus should have been.
Yeah,
in the
I
bottom
wasn't
2.
blown away by Marcus's in terms of like what we're seeing in the audience engagement. I wasn't that excited about Marcus. I thought Angel was okay, but I do think there were more exciting performances. I wonder if Angel's not in the bottom 2 because he had immunity and they didn't want to punish him that way.
Yeah, because he is left vulnerable when he gives his immunity away.
Yes.
We'll get into those details in a second, but yeah, maybe they're like, well.
And then they talk about Gabriel and they talk about how they were so nervous watching him. And that's not the feeling you want the audience to have while they're watching you perform.
But I was nervous watching Robbie tell his jokes.
Sure, same.
So I feel like that could be applied to Robbie as well.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break and we'll come back with our eliminations. We're in the elimination cave. The first thing we need to do is find out what Angel's going to do with his immunity.
Yes.
Now, in the editing here, they flashed Gabriel's face multiple times. Did you notice?
I only noticed it when he is not chosen.
Yeah. So Angel says that there's a voice telling him that Mr. Christmas is not selfish, so he's going to give the immunity away. And he gives it to Robbie. And this is when we cut to Gabriel's disappointed face, perhaps resigned to his fate.
Yeah. Here are my thoughts. And we kind of already touched on it, but like, what is Angel to do in this situation, right? Robbie was not in danger. He gave a heartfelt, thoughtful response to the questions he got during the talent show. He was not in danger. I think Angel made a safe move of choosing somebody who was going to be safe regardless. So
he was touched by the story about Robbie losing his mom. Angel has a lot of memories of his own mom that are very touching. They said Davy and Rustin both stood out, but the winner of the Star Quality Challenge is Robbie.
Robbie in the lobby is just doing it.
He's just bringing it. He also received the most votes from the audience.
Well, that's impressive,
right?
Because if
I would have assumed it would be Davy.
I would have voted for Davy simply on the entertainment factor alone. I wonder who Sydney from Merry Movie Club voted for.
Oh, yeah.
We should ask her.
And then we see Angel freaking out. He's like, oh, what have I done? What have I done?
I know. It's unfair to put him in that position.
Yeah.
He's going to be living with that sort of like guilt.
Uh-huh.
That's just not, I mean, it makes for good TV.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering about the production behind the scenes here. Like, did they hold off on telling Angel his reward because they wanted the ability to finagle a situation, make sure that Gabriel, I'm very sorry, but it was time for Gabriel to go home. Did they want to make sure that happened? Did they want to put Angel in a situation if for some reason Gabriel nailed it in this challenge? I don't know.
Well, okay, let's rewind a second. What if Gabriel would have won the Festive Face-Off?
Right?
And then he would have won immunity.
Yes.
Gabriel would have been smart to keep it for himself.
Obviously. Gabriel knows.
Then who would have gone home, I wonder?
Great question. I
And
think Marcus.
And that's why, like, I get a little peeved about how the festive face-off went down with Angel winning by grabbing that one that was mid.
Yeah, anybody else, it wouldn't really have had any big effect on the outcome of this episode.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great point. The bottom two, as we mentioned, are Gabriel and Craig. And I am surprised, just as you are, by Craig. But Jonathan says Craig has confidence for days, but perhaps he's hiding behind it and not letting everyone in on his true self.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's some truth to that. And they've been asking Gabriel to believe in himself, and they see peaks of it, but he's not quite there yet. And time marches on. And Gabriel needs to take his stocking and go home.
I kind of laughed at the scenes with him coming into the house. He just is very upright. Like, walks in very upright, like grabs a stocking, turns around, walks out. Like, there's no like reminiscing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it might just be cut like that, but he was like, grabbed a stocking and then GTFO.
I didn't even clock any of that. He's just like, this moment has been coming for me like a Final Destination scene for 4 episodes.
Totally.
I can finally relax.
I wonder if he's...
Go home to my baby girl.
I wonder if he's like, I can't believe I made it this far. The joke's on us, not us, the viewers, but it's the joke's on like whoever cast him in this, I don't know.
I love Gabriel. I really
too.
do. I wish nothing but the best for him. I have no idea which direction this show is going to go, though, watching this episode.
I don't either. 6 men remain. Craig is kind of in a spiral at the very end of this episode, right? Because I believe this is his second time in the bottom.
Yes, it is.
And we hear him saying, like, his voiceover, his confessional, that he realizes that Jonathan specifically hasn't seen the depth that he knows he has, and he's really got to figure out his next move, or he is likely next on the chopping block.
Right.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. We will be back next time with more Hallmark reviews and Finding Mr. Christmas deep thoughts. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.